Namaste, everyone. Welcome to the Cārvāka podcast. This is your guest, kushalmehra, welcoming you to another interesting discussion. My guest today is Mr. Salem Daoud. Mr. Daoud, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Hi, good afternoon.
So, Mr. Daoud, before we get into the Yazidi history, I'll request you to tell everybody who's going to be listening to this podcast and who's listening to us live right now. Why don't you tell everyone a bit about yourself, sir?
Okay, my name is Salem Najman Daoud. I am from the family, is the president for all the Yazidi in the world. About over 1,000 years, the family, we control the Yazidi. I work for the religion, for the Yazidi, and my father, he works same thing. We need to work for the other Yazidi. I go to the school in the Iraq, North Iraq, the city in the Mosul, the village they call Ba'adra. I go to school, the primary school, and after that I go to the high school. And after the high school, where I come to the United States in the 1999. I go to the court for the college, for the accounting, for the Bank of America. I work with the Bank of America. And I have big family, about 6 children. My wife, all this together, we come to and we work very hard to help the Yazidi. I work 8 years. They call Mir Hajj. Mean that one, I'm the head of the Lalish. I work for the 8 years. My father, he worked 12 years before me. Where he passed away, I started the Mir Hajj. All my life, and we help the Yazidi.
Watching this live right now, and we're going to be listening to this later. Why don't you tell all of us a little bit about the history of the Yazidis, the beliefs, the timeline, how the Yazidi community has come up, what do they believe in, what kind of cultural festivals are involved in the Yazidi community? Sir, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. The Yazidi have the long history. We believe was the first people come to the world, the Yazidi. The first people is coming to the world is the Yazidi. We believe that God, that one who why they call the Yazidi, because that the name of the Yazidi. We believe that the one person he born himself. He is the God. And there's one God. We believe Tawsi Malak. Tawsi Malak is the first God in the world. In the English they say peacock, or we say Taus Malak. The histories come a long time, and we believe the God. We believe the people. We believe the world. We have many holidays. The one of the holidays we have in the April is be like 14. That's the holiday they call.
Please continue. So you're spoken about the peacock. Can you elaborate more about that?
We believe the peacock. That's the first people come to the world is the Yazidi. We believe the peacock, and also we believe that the Wednesday we have that one, where's the God he make this world, and he plant everything, the trees, the green and the wood and everything. That we believe that day, the Wednesday, is the best day for the Yazidi. That is the day complete the world and everything. And we have another fasting. We fasting 3 days. for the God. For we call the Yazid mean that for the God. We fasting 3 days, and the fourth day is be the holiday. That for the God he bring to building all the world for 3 days, and 4 day we make the party to complete the work.
So in the
Also,
fasting, so I just had a question about the fasting. So when the Yazidis fast, is like a fast like so I'll give you an example of Hindus, right? So we have different kinds of fasts. So in some fasts in the Hindus, they drink only water. There is no solid allowed. So when the Yazidis fast, how is the fast? So it's only water, and you're not allowed to eat any food. So how is the fasting procedure of the
no,
Yazidis?
the Yazidi they don't eat anything from the morning. In the beginning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, to the sun is go down. They don't see the sun. They don't eat. They don't drink. They don't smoke. Nothing they do it. We have 3 days, and the fourth day is be the party. Everybody they visit each one another family. They visit the friend, everyone, and they make the party in the village together.
All right, sir. So now let me ask you this second question. So as of now, there are very few Yazidis left in Iraq. I don't know the exact number. So could you tell us the exact numbers, or is there a rough estimate of how many Yazidis are actually living currently in Iraq?
Uh, I think before the genocide, is live about 1 million.
Okay.
Just we have a lot of Yazidi now after the genocide in the 1915 where it's happening. They go to the UNA, they go to Europe, they go to US. Some people we have in the Indian, everywhere they go after the genocide, and we have over 10,000 people. They that time they kill and they kidnap. We have many issues and that after the genocide.
So, sir, these 1 million population. So I wanted to ask you a separate question. So, obviously, as you say, the Yazidis are 1,000-year-old history, right? They have 1,000-year-old history.
Yes.
So over the 1,000 years, so what has happened to the population of the Yazidis over the 1,000 years? So, was there a spike, and there was a natural change in the population of the Yazidis? So, how did the Yazidi culture go in this 1,000-year period? So, we can touch upon the genocide that has happened or is happening right now, maybe after a few minutes. But what I wanted to understand from you was that before the genocide, so what was the overall trend of the population of the Yazidis before the genocide too? Was it a growing population? Was it a stable population? So what was happening with the Yazidis before this genocide was happening?
The Yazidi they have 74 genocide.
Okay.
It's coming from Turkish, from Kurdish, from Faris, from Arab, from all the Islam. All the Islam, all the religion, the Faris, Turks, Kurds, Arab, everybody, they make the genocide for the Yazidi. The Yazidi before now, we believe that one, they have about 80 million people in the world, in the area. And after the genocide, the Yazidi all the time, they believe the God, they believe they're alive, they don't need to kill. They don't need to kill anybody. Just they need to stay Yazidi, and that genocide take them all these people. They kill him. They kidnap him. Most of the Kurdish and people in the area, you see, if you go ask him, maybe his father or grandfather, grandmother, they Yazidi. They kidnapped by the Islam and they changed to the Islam. Except this one, the genocide, this one, the last one is happened. We have over 10,000 people they kill and kidnap. And now we have about 3,500 grow they kidnap, they stay with the ISIS. All of them. Now we have another thing. over thousand people, they have the disease. They have the disease. Just there is no medical to help him. Nobody can help the Yazidi. It's very hard for the Yazidi to find the way. They go to the doctor and they go to anybody. They have some money. He have some stuff. Because all of them, they lose the house, they lose the car, they lose the business, everything. Now, if they have something, they sell that one. They need to go outside to Europe to make his life for his family.
So, is there a lot of conversion too when it comes to Yazidis being forcibly converted to Islam? Does that also happen a lot with the Yazidis, where they are forced or they are threatened that if they don't adopt Islam or if they don't follow the rules of Islam, they will be forcibly murdered, and do things like that happen with the Yazidis too?
Yes, there's many people where they kidnapped by the ISIS in the Sinjar. This one, the last time. Maybe everybody they see in the TV where they put in the big hole and they ask him to convert to the Islam. After that one, we have some people they convert to the Islam, and they kill him. They say, no, you big man, and you don't believe him. Just you choke, you need to come back to the Yazidi again. They believe the Islam and they kill him. And another thing, the big problem, we have some female in the Sinjar now. We have in the Sinjar, they don't give him the food for 3 days, 4 days, and after that they kill his children. They kill him and they cook him. They give him that food. They say, okay, eat the food and we bring your son to you. Where she eat the food, she see the hand for his child in the soup. Now she like the crazy in the area that many people they see that one.
So, sir, these are serious. These are serious atrocities. So, So obviously, Yazidis, as you said, a lot of Yazidis are trying to flee out of the region where they are originally based from. But then, let us divide this now into two parts. So let us look at the Yazidis who are not outside Iraq and that area. So how do they try to cope with the trauma as of today? So what are they doing right now? So how do they get around it? Are they trying to hide their identity, or is there any kind of help available to them from any organization right now on the ground where they live inside in Iraq?
The first time, a lot of organizations coming, just only they give him the food and they don't have no clothes, nothing, anything. They give him some clothes, some stuff. They put in the tent. It's begin about 6 years they in the tent. The Yazidi in the tent about 6 year. Now they need to come back to the Sinjar. Well, the tent they don't give him anything now. Now the organization they don't go same the first time. Some of the organization gone. That food they give him is not enough. There's no income. There's no job. No. Most of the Yazidi they work in the area for the planning the food. They don't have now to work. They need to come back to the Sinjar. The Kurdish they don't let him to go back. They tell him each one, I think about 250,000 Iraqi dinar he need to pay to come back to the Sinjar, to his area. Just he don't have that money. Where he can get the money? Somebody they go work, or they go if you have something. He sell his refrigerator or TV or something. Some organization they give him, they sell it. They make the money to give to the checkpoint, and they need to come back to the area, to the Sinjar. The life is very hard, except the people, the sick. That one, a lot of people, they have the disease. We work and we share that one, the information, to many organizations in the United States. We need help for these people. They have the disease, and nobody can help him. Somebody, they need to go to the hospital. They say, okay, you need 1 million Iraqi or 2 million Iraqi to make the surgery. Okay, he don't have. He need to come back. He passed away. Now we have a lot of people, they have the disease, and we then can help these people. Sometimes I don't need to talk to my family. There's my sister and my cousin, all of them in Iraq. Sometimes I don't need to call him. When I call, there's some people behind him. They need, oh, we have the disease, we have the cancer, we have something, we need help. I can help all these people. It's very hard. Every organization I go to the refugee center of the United States. I go to the Congress. I go to the Senate. Everywhere I check. Just it's very hard to find the way to help these people. That is good if you can find some way we take these people that have the disease to the Indian or somebody, they help him. That is very good.
So let's talk about how do we help these people. So are there any organizations that people can donate to? They can send money, who are actually working on the ground near Sinjar or the surrounding areas where there are some clinics that can be supported? Or is there a process by which we can give Yazidis a refugee status in different countries, let's say India, America, Europe? Is there any kind of organizations that are doing those work? So could you help us and guide us in telling about those things? What kind of work is actually happening so that we can help the Yazidis and actually pull them out of these problems?
Some organization that help the children, they take them to the Europe. They take them to the medical and they help them. After they good, they turn back to the Iraq to the family. And we have the people like the Nali. I think she's Nali Sewa. She helped the Yazidi Lara thing, and we have the Prest in the Arizona. He helped the Yazidi. We have a lot of people. They help the Yazidi, but just that is not enough. Now, one time the Nali, she gave me about $20,000 the medical supply. They say, okay, take to the Iraq. I go to the Ministration of the Health in the Kurdistan, in the Baghdad. I want to take that one. They tell me, okay, they need to take the about 75%, and another one they need to give to the Ezidi. Okay, we need for the Ezidi, we need for the Sinjar. They don't let me take it. I say, okay, Nali, thank you, we don't need it. We can't take it because the health department, they don't let me. I take to my people. They give to everybody. That time I say, Nali, thank you for your help. Just we don't need it.
So let's say, because obviously my viewership is primarily people who live in India or maybe Indians who live in North America and Europe and other countries. So if we wanted to help the Yazidis, how can we as Indians and Hindus and maybe even other people of different religious identities in India, if we want to help the Yazidi people, sir, how can we as human beings help the Yazidi community out?
If you call me, you find the way. We find the information from the Iraqi medical, and we send that paperwork for that who's have the disease. We send the paperwork. You can check if they say, okay, we can bring to the India to take to the health department or somewhere, or some people they can help them is good.
But if we wanted to donate some money, is there any organization as such that is running, some NGO, some non-governmental organization that is doing any work where people can donate to some money to it?
Yeah, you can donate if you need it. I had the Yazidi North American Federation. That's I am the director for that organization. Anything you need, you can donation. I take them to the people and we help him. And after that, I send you the picture and the paper signed who's received this money or
All
the
right.
donation.
All right. Here's what I'll do, sir. So what I'll do is, in the description of the podcast, I'll actually have the Twitter handle of the Yazidi North American Federation. Anyways, I'll take the details from you and update the details so that people, if they want to donate to the cause of the Yazidis and to your organizations, in the description of the podcast, and we can do that. But I just had a few more queries. So I was just on the beliefs of the Yazidi people. So as of now, when Yazidis move out of Iraq and they go into these different countries, so what is the experience of the Yazidis outside Iraq? Have they faced any problems? Let's say when they go to America, when Yazidis go to Europe, do they face any problems over there, or they are welcomed and they feel one with the new nations that they've moved into?
Who is the family? If they have the people, they go, they work, they don't have any issues. Just now we have example. We have one family. They come to the Arizona. There's 4 people, 3 grow and 1 children is about 5 years. They kidnapped by the ISIS. After that, where they escape from the ISIS, they come to the Arizona with the United Nations and somebody, they help them, they bring them. They don't have any people to work. They start about 3-4 years under the control of the ISIS. We need to help. All the Yazidi, they help him. And thank you for the Indian people, the press. The press G, if you know that one. He from the Indian, he bring the 1 car and give to this family. They help him, and they also they help the Yazidi to open the school for the religion, to teach these people the language and the religion. They say, okay, we give you the money if you start. Just the corona is coming. Everything now is stopped. We wait for the time. Also, we need to start it again for the religion.
All right, sir.
This family is
now. Go ahead, please go ahead.
This family is kidnapped by ISIS. Is a big sample for everybody they see. There's 3 female. The guy is 5 years. Nobody work. They sick. They under the control of the ISIS for 3-4 years. They need to go to the medical. And the America, they don't help that too much. They help them couple months and they stop everything. Go work. It's very hard, that one. Just thank you for the Indian people. They help him.
We should help all the Yazidis as good human beings, sir. And in fact, I'm personally, as I'm talking to you, I'm actually shaken to my core when I listen to such stories. But one more question about Yazidi festivals. So when you guys have your festival, so have you started celebrating any Yazidi festivals as you have moved into America? Are there any places where Yazidi festivals are celebrated, or anything of that sort has happened, so that if people want to know more about Yazidi culture, let's say if they are in America, so if people in America wanted to know more about Yazidi culture and take part in their festivities and understand their culture, so is there any way they can do that?
Yes, we celebrate sometime all the holiday that I tell you, the Wednesday Every year we make the rent the hall, and sometimes we invited the Indian people, the press and the his group, and we have for the fasting same thing. We bring all the people together and we pray together and we celebrate together. And sometimes we a lot of time we go to visit the family, and sometimes we go all of them to go to the park to work together, and we see any issues if they have it to help together. The Yazidi is good. If you go to you see in Arizona or Nebraska or Washington, Seattle or Texas, all of them, they come together like the group and they work together. They help each one. That is good.
So, sir, somebody actually who's watching this conversation live, they asked him that, asked Salim, sir, if things would go back to normal, would you ever want to go back and visit Iraq? And if the persecution stops there, would you want to go back to Iraq?
If I go back, no, just I go visit. I don't come back forever. Because my father, my grandfather, thousand years, where's the Islam is coming? We have only genocide. If you now you see the Islam, they have 1,400 years. You see we have 74 genocide. Every 40 years, 50 years, 80 years, the genocide is happening. I need to make safe for my family. If there is any control by the United Nations or some country, they believe to make the security for the Yazidi, maybe we come back. Just now, no. I visit last year. I go to the Iraq. I stay for the 70 month. 7 months I stay there because I go to celebrate my name for the mir for all the Yazidi in the world. Should be we go there, and the Kurdish people they control the guy all the Yazidi. They don't like him. Just they put that guy. He's the Amir now for the Yazidi. Just the Yazidi, most of them they don't need it. Just only the Kurdish people they bring and they put in the control. Well, he worked for them. I'm sorry, we not Kurds, we not Arab, we not any religion. We Yazidi. Where Saddam is coming, he changed and say all the Yazidis Arab. Kurds coming, they say, oh, you Kurdish. We not Kurd, we not Arab. We Yazidi. We have the religion. If you go to the history, you see 400,000 years we have the control in the world before now.
So somebody wanted to know, sir, have you when you have moved into the West, so do people often mistake Yazidis as Muslims because of the physical similarities? Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, that's happen a lot. I give you the example where we come to the United America. There's the one guy, he worked for the Catholic service. He come to help the other refugee. He come to my family. The first time he came in, he tell me, hey Salim, why you no conform to the Islam? Why you no come to take the right way to the God? I said, we come about the Islam. We come to the United Nations, United America. You need now you conforming to the Islam. I go to the Catholic. I ask the direct for the Catholic, and they fire him in the same day. He said, you don't need to ask anybody that the question. He need to conform the Islam. We don't need to conform. If we need to conform, why we come to the different country?
So, sir, before
about that one.
All right. So, one last question before I let you go. what are you? I know it's very tough to answer this. I know that the position of the Yazidis is very tough right now, but I still want to ask you, are you still positive or optimistic that we will still find a way out for the Yazidis, and we will somehow eventually find a way where Yazidis can come out of this in spite of the genocide, and we will maybe find a safe haven for all the Yazidis on planet Earth today?
Yeah, the genocide is now, it's now started, it's continue now. But maybe you see, everybody they see in the TV. Now the Turkish, they go pumping to the Sinjar, the area. They send the Pagaka, the Islam. They come to the, why the Pagaka, they don't go to the Kandil, to the board? Why they come to the Sinjar? That's the same thing, the same program. They work together for the Yazidi to make the genocide. The genocide is continue now. It's not stopped. We have the genocide now. They kill a lot of people. They kidnap. You go to the Sinjar. You need to be Peshmerga. You need to be Pagaka. You need to be for the some politics. That they, because they don't have the choice to save his life. They give him maybe 100 and 200 in the month to work for the some people. Now the genocide is continue. The genocide is not stopped. Lot of people they
So,
killed
sir,
up now. Lot of people. The people they work in the Baghdad, in this country, in the Iraq. They work in the Baghdad to the young people. They go work to make some money for their family. Where they come to the family, they come back. The checkpoint, you need to pay money. You don't. They don't let you go to your family. We have many people. They work with the Iraqi government, like the police, the army, or some. They go to work. If you come back to your family, you need to pay 250,000 dinar Iraqi to the checkpoint. He go to work to bring some for his family. Why they charge him to come back? He in the same country. He don't go out of the country. If you go to another country, you pass the board. Maybe you pay $20 for the visa. In Iraq, the Kurdish they charge him 250,000 Iraqi dinar.
my God. It's just terrible. I mean, to hear these kinds of stories from you, I just feel so bad and terrible that something like this is happening to a community right in front of our eyes, and the world can't do a lot. I mean, I don't understand what the United Nations is doing. Has the Yazidi community reached out to the UN? What has been the UN response in this entire thing?
I know. I go to the United Nations. I give him all the information. Just they don't do anything. I don't know what.
So what do they say? What do the United Nations say when you go and approach them?
They say, okay, we will help, we will secure, we will give you the help for the medical, for the everything, and they don't do it. They don't do it. If they do it, they give to some organization, they take them. The organization, most of them they take about 15-70% for his company, and they give him about 25%. The Kurdish people they take 5-10%. The people who give to the another people they take 2-3%. Maybe the Yazidi they don't take 2-3%. From 100%, it's come to just a little bit. They give for some people, and they say, okay, we help them. No, they don't help enough.
So it's basically the United Nations has done a terrible job in terms of helping the Yazidi community. So I guess if I was to conclude this situation, would it be safe to say that if we want to save Yazidis, it can only be done by individual interventions by private organizations or individuals who can work with representatives of the Yazidi community and basically work around that? That would be the best way to go about it, and the United Nations is the worst route to take.
Now, we try to save the Yazidi. That I tell you before now that the Nalin she helped. I will try to make the like the program for the Ezid Khan be safety, and to find the way how all the country they help the Ezid Khan. We give him the information and we work together. I think maybe that is be happen.
All right, Mr. Daoud. I guess listening to the story of the Yazidis is actually heartbreaking, and I know it's very hard to even discuss this, but I think I can only say that I hope that people who listen to this discussion, I hope each and every one of my listeners, my viewers, each and every one of you, as soon as you listen to this, please try and help. I know a lot of my listeners actually are from the United States of America. I have a significant listener base of my podcast which is from the US. So especially if you are in the US, please reach out to Mr. Salem Daoud. I hope you guys help his organization out. I hope you, if you have other Yazidi families out in America, maybe some of you live in Europe, please reach out to those families. Please help those families out. And if you guys live in India, because yes, a significant chunk of my base is also in India. So if you guys in India, if you guys can find out, do your best to help the Yazidis out, because I mean, if there ever was a genocide that was happening in front of our eyes right now, it is a Yazidi genocide, and I honestly don't have any words to express myself, and beyond the point, I don't know what to say. Obviously, Mr. Daoud, in his case, English is not his first language, so we did have a few problems. But I would request you to have some patience, listen to what he said, and pay some attention. Pay attention to the Yazidi story. So once again, Mr. Daoud, I've taken a bit of your time. First of all, thanks a lot for coming on my podcast and having this conversation with me, sir. And I hope that everybody who listens to this podcast and has a chat, pays attention on this chat, I hope they help the Yazidis out. And so I guess thanks a lot for coming and having a chat with me, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody. They watch him and see. I hope everybody they understand what's happened for the Yazidi, and now the Yazidi in the very hard time. Same the people from India and in the Afghanistan, how they do it for them, and we same religion, we same people, and we believe one God, and we is same companies.
Yes, I definitely believe Yazidis and the Hindus are one family. I believe we are cut from the same cloth. And once again, people, you're going to be listening to this later on. You know the drill. Share this podcast. Share the Yazidi story. I am insisting all of you who are going to listen to this, at least make all your family members, make them sit down with you and listen to the story of the Yazidis. Tell them what's happening to the Yazidis right now, because it's nothing short of a genocide. And you know what? As a community, we can relate to it, because the Hindus have also been subjected to a genocide of a long time. So we know what it feels. We know the pain. If any one community, I guess there are two communities that can feel the pain of the Yazidis, it's the Jews and the Hindus. We really feel your pain. And once again, it was a tough podcast for me today personally, because the stories of the Yazidis have shaken me at an individual level. But I'll request all of you, please help the Yazidi community. And you know what, guys, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Goodbye. Bye.
Thank you so much.